Good morning, you guys. I forgot my earrings, so do not judge me. But y'all notice I don't be wearing them lately anyway. I am on my way to my 24-week appointment. Y'all, I'm so crazy. But y'all know how baby JR been doing my skin lately, so I really have to moisturize early in the morning with Aquaphor is what I use, and then I just let it kind of soak into the skin all day. Cause baby, if I don't, I will look like I can't even think of it, but it's not cute. Whatever I look like, maybe somebody with chalk on their face. I don't know. But at any rate, so at this appointment, I am going to have my glucose testing done. If you guys don't know, I had gestational diabetes with KJ, so I'm a little nervous. Like, hopefully I don't have it again this time. If I do, at least I know how to manage it correctly this time. And I keep saying I'm gonna do a story time, so I am gonna do a sit chat I am gonna do a sit down and chat with you guys on my first experience with gestational diabetes. I'm gonna go ahead and push that video out prior to me getting my results back, just so I can have that conversation. So I may end up doing that for you guys sooner than later. But anyway, so I'm hoping I don't have gestational diabetes, but if I do, again, like I said, I'll know how to manage it from this point on. I have been pacing myself with my eating habits just in case I did have it, but you know, it's what it is. So I will check in with you guys once I get to the doctor's office. All right, you guys, so I drank my drink. I had an orange one, and it was okay. It just tastes like the orange freeze pop. So now I'm just waiting my doctor to come in, and then you have to wait an hour after you drink it. So I drank it at 8:28. I had to wait till 9:28, and now that it's all down, I don't like it. I feel like I'm about to throw it back up. So I'll check in with you guys once I'm done. Alright guys, so I'm all done with my appointment. Fingers crossed my stuff comes back the way I need it to. Yeah, but my test comes back the way I need it to. I gained 3 pounds. I'm 159, which means technically I've only gained 9 pounds throughout my pregnancy. But really and truthfully, maybe you guys, let's go ahead and say I've gained 10, maybe? I don't know. Because when I started, from when they saw me at 8 weeks, I was 150 pounds. But I think I was 145 maybe altogether. So maybe it's about 14, maybe. I don't know. But she said that my weight gain was fine from where I'm at within my pregnancy now. So I was going to do like a chit chat with me later on, like sitting down talking to you guys. But I'll go ahead and do it now. That way I can add it in this vlog. Whenever I was pregnant with KJ, I had gestational diabetes. And when I originally found out about it, I kind of cried for a second. It took me back. It just, I don't know. When you're pregnant, your hormones are everywhere. But I cried about it because I was like, oh my God, here, this is something I got to deal with, blah, blah, blah. But I took the diabetic class. I don't know what they call it, but just to learn how to control your stuff. So I didn't have to be on insulin. I was able to just watch my food, exercise, things like that. So they talk to you about your baby's sugar levels, because as soon as you have your baby, they're gonna test their sugar levels. Well, I had KJ probably at 9:45, and his sugar levels were okay. Then I had they put KJ on the breast, but it was no milk in there, y'all. It was dust. It hadn't formulated into liquid yet. So with that, they checked KJ again at like midnight, and his sugar level dropped again. So they came in with some formula, and they tried to give him the formula to see if it would help, and it dropped again. So at this point, at 3 o'clock in the morning, KJ had to be taken to the NICU. So, you know, of course, you're trying not to be scared. The nurse is trying not to be scared. Keith was sleeping at the time, but I was like, okay, you know, maybe I can get some sleep, and then it'll be good. He'll come back tomorrow. No biggie. Lies. So, KJ sugar levels were constantly dropping. They had to put him on these drops, which were like sugar drops, to help increase his levels, because his body was trying to adapt to how high my sugar levels were, or, you know, the insulin that I had going on in my body, whatever the proper term is, but that's kind of how I processed it, of what his body was trying to do. So at this point, you know, I'm crying because I'm like, it's my fault. I should have done better. I should have eaten better. Shouldn't have had them bagels for breakfast. Like, you know, you go through so much. And then we had like a lot of visitors come in, and then nobody could go see him without one of the parents present. So I really didn't get a lot of rest that particular day, because we were back and forth checking on him, doing his feedings, just seeing how he was going, seeing if they could wean him off. And it was like KJ was not having it. Like, every other feeding, his sugar would not move it out. His sugar levels would not change. And so they had to prick him every time, and he would cry, and I would cry. Y'all, it was just awful. You do not want your baby to go through that. You just do what you can. You don't want to do all of that. So that was day like 2, technically 1, with all of that. So finally I just got back to the room that night, and I cried, and I was like, Keith, I don't want no more visitors. I just want to focus on KJ coming back to the room. Like, I'm hurt, I'm tired. Like, I was crying. I wanted my baby. I understood, but didn't understand. I wasn't interested in breastfeeding, which was probably wrong. I should have been down there doing skin to skin with him, just doing things to get my milk to come in. And y'all, I was just so upset that I couldn't do any of that. I was like, if the formula's working for him, let him stay on the formula, let it work, because I just want my baby. Like, I do not want to check out of this hospital without my baby. And that was like my fear factor. So you know, I kept talking to the doctors, making sure he was okay. Day 2 come, same scenario. I'm visiting him every feeding, going to see him, talking to him, holding him, and things like that. So he stayed in the NICU for like 3 days. And luckily, you know, with me having a C-section, I was still in the hospital. So on day 2, like that night, he was able to, or day 3, he was able to come out that morning, because his sugar levels had finally balanced out on its own. But it took my baby 3 days to get to that point. And then I really feel like he adapted well to somebody really holding him, the heat and warmth of it, like the skin to skin. But Keith's dad came to the hospital, and he held KJ for like 3 hours, no lie, because they still had to, after he got out of the NICU, they still had to monitor him to make sure his sugar levels were fine. So Keith's dad held him for like 3 hours, and the nurse was like, oh my God, he's so warm. Like, you could feel the heat bounce off of him from his granddaddy just holding him, which Keith is like a polar bear too, so I guess he get it honestly from his dad. But in my mind, his granddaddy holding him and loving on him and all that other good stuff, it really helped with his sugar levels, like maintaining, because he got out barely. He barely made the cut. Not with flying colors, just like barely. But then after that session, with Keith Dad holding him, he, like, his sugar levels balanced out, but they went up dramatically to where they needed it to be, because his sugar was low. Trying to tell y'all the terminology, but I can't think of it right now. I want to say hypoglycemic, but I can't remember if po or per is low. I'll insert it here. Anyway, so then his dad was like, well, I'll stay another 3 hours until his next testing. I think it was 3. It could have been 2. Y'all don't quote me on that. It was 2 or 3. I just can't remember right now off the top of my head. But he was like, I'll go ahead and stay for another one. So he fed him, held KJ again, and again he passed with flying colors, so we were ready to be discharged the next day. But y'all, that was like the scariest moment. I felt so bad, like, you know, me keeping my sugar levels as low as possible. He probably wouldn't have to do all of that. He would have been okay. It was just a lot going through my mind. So this time around, prayerfully, I don't have gestational diabetes. However, if I do, again, I don't know how to manage it. And that's what I was telling my doctor today. I was like, you know, I gained 3 pounds in a month. Is this a bad thing? Because the last time, you know, they said that I was obese and I was gaining weight too rapidly. Like, they wanted me to gain half a pound every 2 weeks. Sis was gaining a whole pound every week. And, you know, she was like, yeah, you're pregnant, you're over the halfway hump, the weight gain is going to come now at this point. So don't worry about the weight, just do right. But if you're going to, the time to do right is to eat better before you get pregnant, not after you get pregnant. And I was like, you had me at 3 pounds is not that bad, because I was over here like, and I ain't even gonna lie to y'all, 2 pounds probably this hair. So yeah, but that's probably all I'm gonna do for this vlog, you guys. My next appointment, I do get my Folgery ultrasound, so I'm so excited. I get to see baby JR. I get to see what she looks like, if she looks like me or if she looks like Keith, which really and truthfully, KJ looks just like his grandma, but y'all don't tell her I said that, but he does. He looks just like his grandma. But I'm so excited. I get to see baby girl, and I get to share that with you guys. So if you haven't checked out my stretch mark video, please go ahead and do so. Leave me some encouraging words. Tell me, like, if you feel the same, if you feel different, whatever your experience may be. And that's really all I got, you guys. If the love is real, please leave a comment below. And thank you guys so much for watching.